Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Crafting with V. If you're new here, welcome. So glad to have you, and if you are returning, thank you so much for returning. So today we are going to do a coffee chat and whip. Have my coffee right here with French vanilla creamer. It's December 26, 2023. And it is almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So I decided that I was going to go ahead and do this coffee chat and whip. And even though y'all might not see it till tomorrow, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the other camera, and then we'll continue the little chat. If you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think. I love getting y'all's comments. Just one moment. Okay. So let me get this. I want to show you as much of this picture as I can right now. I know that you're not seeing the whole thing, but this is what I've got left to do on this canvas. So I probably won't be able to put it up for this year, but it will definitely be hanging up for next year. So let me go ahead and minimize this, and I'm going to go over here. Oops. Nope. I need to zoom back in on that. I almost forgot to zoom it back in. Okay, there we go. We're at the other camera. So how did everybody's Christmas go? Did y'all get anything good? Do anything special for the holidays? I actually have not done anything for the holidays yet, but I had already got my Christmas gifts from Josh. He got me a buddy heater for whenever I go camping, and also for out here if I'm just really, really cold and the other little heater isn't keeping up. And then he also got me this chair that I'm sitting in. I almost forgot what he got me. But he went ahead and gave me those whenever he got them. So, but yeah, we're going to do our Christmas tomorrow. So maybe by the time you see this video, that's what I will be doing. I'm going to fix the ham like I always do. And then Josh's mom fixes the turkey. And then all of the kids should be able to be there tomorrow, since we had to schedule it for other than Christmas because 3 out of the 5 kids worked. So we had to go ahead and schedule it for a few days after, and I think that's probably what we're going to start doing anyway, because it just makes things so much easier to get everybody together whenever they have the option to go to their other families, their significant others and all that on Christmas Day, or if they have to work. And then we can just do the rest whenever we can schedule it. And it seems like most of their days off are on Wednesday, so it just works out really well. So we'll go over to Josh's mom's and we'll exchange all the gifts and everything then. I do have to go to town here in a little bit and get a few more things. I'm going to try to bake a cake here in a little bit. And that is basically going to be the dessert that I'm taking. At least I know that it will get 8. Seems like all the other years whenever I brought a pie over there, it never did get eaten. So we are going to do the cake this time. And Bullet is going crazy. I wonder what is going on with him. Let me pause you for a second to go check. Okay, so I'm back. I don't know what he was barking at. There wasn't really anything out there for him to bark at. And if you're wondering why I decided just to pick this spot to do instead of one of the other ones right in the middle of all this, is because I want to do something with a little color. I just finished working on the side, which was mainly green. So I decided I wanted a spot that had some different colors in it. And a lot of times that's what I will do, is I will pick one that has other colors if I'm getting bored of one section. Or if the whole painting is like that, then I might go to a different one to work on for a little bit. Here pretty soon, I'm going to bring in one of my other paintings that I've got in the back to work on here and there. BP Crazy Lady had gotten me to thinking about this the other day, that I've got a Diamond Art Club one back there that I started. I've barely even got a corner of it done, and I just didn't want to work on it. So I figure what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of set that one up as my go-to whenever I just don't want to work on the canvas that I'm currently working on. Then I can work on it a little bit, but I'm also going to try to start on one of my cross-stitch conversions pretty soon and see how it will work out. And with that one, I will probably take you along on the journey with that, but be aware that one's not, I'm not going to be in any hurry to finish it. It's going to be one that I work on here and there, just because, for one thing, if I start on the Belle one that I have, which I've got the pattern on my tablet, it's a Pattern Keeper is what I have it on, but I don't know if I have nearly enough drills. I probably don't. And there's some colors on there that I don't think are available in the drills, so I'll have to substitute those for other colors. And I've found that the Gems Flow app helps with that, since I don't have one of those little booklets that shows me what color each color is. So maybe I might be able to use it to pick out the other colors to use, or if it calls for a color and it's not one that they use in diamond painting, then I can just substitute it for one that they do. But all of that will come along later. Hoping to start that within the next few weeks, but I don't know if I'll start the Belle one right away. I might start one of my smaller ones just to see how well it's going to work, especially since I don't have the blank canvases for it, but I do have a couple paintings that I got in mystery boxes that are just going to be way too pixelated to do them if I do them the way that they're charted. So I may just use those for my cross stitch conversions. Of course, I'll be using square drills, so hopefully a lot of the color underneath it won't show up. And most of the ones that I keep are my Diamond Art Club ones, so, or some of the other premium companies. If you hear the purring, Stardust decided to join me here, and I had to keep her from jumping on the canvas, which is pretty typical of her. She likes to do anything she can to get attention, don't you? Yeah. She's just being a little pain, but that's okay. I love her. Anyways, like I said, we haven't done much for Christmas yet. We'll be doing that tomorrow. Yesterday was just a pretty laid back day. We really didn't do that much. I did go and see my mom for a little bit. Went and took her Christmas gift and visited with her for a little bit. She hasn't been feeling good lately, so I didn't stay for a real long time. But, well, that another one of those spots that's not going to want to stick. And I got to thinking, this might be part of the spots that aren't sticking, might be the ones that Mo pulled the plastic off of, and before I got to put something over it, it might have gotten a little bit of dirt or something on there. I had forgotten all about that, which is the reason that I had to turn this canvas sideways to work on, so that I could put the cover sheets all over the whole thing so that it would not get ruined the other way by leaving that off. Because I've came home many times to Stardust laying on my canvases. In fact, I had one of my little gnome paintings that I was working on, and I was like 3/4 of the way done with it. And I left it on the table, not covered up, and this was completely my fault. I came home and it had nothing but black fur all over that part. So that painting, instead of trying to sit there and get all of that off, it was just a budget painting. I just went ahead and threw it away. If I want that one, I will buy it again and do it. But I wasn't going to sit there and try to get all that off of there. She keeps thinking she's going to get up on the table, and I'm not letting her, so she's kind of trying her best here. But I do have another table set up in here, so I've got 3 work surfaces that I can use in here. And I've got my laptop on a TV tray that I can kind of scoot to each of the work surfaces in here. So that works out well. As soon as I take the bed out of here, I will probably put one more up against the other wall. And I think that that one will be for like the sewing machine and the Cricut. I have a Cricut. I've never really used it other than the testing out on it, just like the sewing machine. I never used it. But whenever I bought the Cricut, it wasn't intentional. Not really. I bought one for my daughter, and I got an error message on it whenever I purchased it. So I went in and purchased it again a day later, thinking that the first one didn't go through. And I was looking on my bank account and I noticed 2 transactions and 2 shipping. I got 2 emails with the shipping and all that. So I ended up getting 2 of them. And I could have returned it, but I thought, well, maybe I'll try it out and use it. I never have. Not really. I want to. It's just between diamond painting and journaling and cross stitch added into that lately. I just haven't had time to try out new stuff like that. Eventually I might, but it'll be here if any of my kids want to use it or anything like that, they can come down and use it. So the other table is going to be set up for that stuff. And then the one that I set up yesterday is mainly going to be for recording unboxings or something like that. Which means I'll have to set my camera up over there. But hopefully that issue will be taken care of Thursday. Because I should get my new webcam in then. And it's got the zoom feature and you can adjust it with the remote and all that. So I'm hoping that that will make it a lot easier for me to record some of my videos. Even if I'm at a different desk or maybe in a different room. I'm hoping that maybe I might even be able to record my cross stitch with that. Because it can actually be set up on a tripod as well. As just like a normal webcam. So maybe I can, if I want to, I can take my laptop in the living room while I'm cross stitching and just lean back in the recliner and get the right angle with that. Probably on the next Coffee Chat and WIP, I'll show you how far I've gotten on the cross stitch. And once I get close to being done with that, I'll show you how I set up for my next cross stitch. Because I cannot leave them on that the thing that it normally comes on. Because it just doesn't work very well for me. Besides the fact that Stardust likes to grab all of them and play with them whenever they're in the little drops and on that little thing that they normally come on. So I always roll them on these little plastic things. I can't remember what they're called, but you can buy them. They're not very expensive at all. They're less than $2 for like 30 of them. And if you buy the I cannot even talk today. I can't get my words out. If you buy the cardboard ones, they're like 97 cents for 50 of them. So not that expensive at all. But once I get closer to being able to start on one of those, I will let y'all see how I set that up. I just cannot keep from yawning today. I had my grandkids, 3 of my grandkids all day today. And towards the end of the day, they were about to drive me crazy. I should have laid Remy down for a nap. Because I know that once she gets tired, she starts aggravating her brothers and stuff. So whenever that happens, I have to get on to her constantly. So by the time they left today, I was ready for some me time. Definitely ready to diamond paint a little bit more. Maybe do a little bit of cross stitching. This is $3.50. I'm gonna have to get out my other bag of this, I think. Got one bag of this one left. I will say that this painting has definitely taken me longer to do than I thought it was going to. I thought that I was going to have it done in less than a month, but now it's actually been, I believe tomorrow will be 2 months that I've been working on this one. But I have also been working on other paintings, and I had about 3.5 weeks that I didn't get to work on this very much at all. And I've started in the afternoons. Once Josh gets home, I'll go in there and sit. So since this is such a big painting, I do not want to move it around from room to room. But it is almost done now. Can't wait for it to be finished. It's a very pretty painting, a very pretty Christmas painting. And I've really enjoyed working on it. And I like the fact that whenever I get bored of working on the green sections, I can always go to the dragon or maybe even the ornament in the middle. I'm still debating what painting I should do next. I have my gnome that I got from, was it from Seven Great? I think that's it. And then I have some other paintings that are going to be here soon. Hopefully by Thursday or so. And Stardust is deciding that she has to walk across the table to get to. She's being her normal stubborn self. No, you cannot get near the laptop. If I am not paying attention to her, she'll go right over there and sit on my laptop, on the keys of it. Being my luck, she would sit there and end my recording, and I'd be sitting here talking to myself without even recording. Believe me, she's done it before. You want to say hi? See? Hold her up there for a minute. It's winter time now, so she's our fluffy cat. I need to get one of those mitt things so that while I'm petting her, I can get all this hair off of her, especially once it starts getting warmer. Because whenever she starts shedding, I find her fur everywhere. Don't I? I don't know if you can hear her, how loud her purr is, but she's being really, really loud. Okay, let's see. Stardust. You try to make everything difficult, don't you? Don't you? She's like looking at me. Who, me? Okay, let's see. Which one do I want to do now? Do I want to do the 2 little dots that I missed? We'll do those first, and then I think I'll probably do the aliens. I only need 2 of these, so I probably should have just grabbed them out of the jar, but I didn't. Okay. I think we are going to do the aliens. And yes, I called this one. Can you see that? There. Call that one the alien. I got plenty of these on here, and probably by the time that I finish with these, or even before, it'll be time to let y'all go. Been chatting about basically not much at all. What else do y'all want to hear about? I do not know what else to tell y'all about. The one thing that the kids love about coming over here is I actually have a fenced-in backyard, so if I am in here in the craft room, I will let them go out in the backyard and play because it's fenced in. And if there's anybody that walks in between the house to get to the backyard, my cameras go off, so I can definitely tell if somebody goes back there. And also, if they decide to try to get out of the yard, it lets me know, hey, somebody's out there. And plus, I do have the one that's actually in the backyard, the camera that's back there. But for the most part, even with it being as cold as it is today, it's not as cold as it has been. But even with it being as cold as it is today, I'll leave the door cracked and I'll just put on a jacket and stuff back here. That way I can hear them, and plus I can just look out the window and see them. So they enjoy the freedom of being able to play outside by themselves pretty much. They're not allowed to go and stay out in the backyard unless I'm in my craft room, which it has windows all around it. I can pretty much see them everywhere they go. So, I went out to my camper today to get another tripod to try to set it up on my other table over there to record with. The light helps with it, but the tripod, it's pretty much broken just like my other one. I bought 2 of the same kind on clearance, and they had the big ring lights. And for some reason, they're not very well made. So I'm going to have to go ahead and take it apart like this one, and I'll have to get another flagpole holder to set it up over on the other table. And then the last one, I can probably use a tripod with it because it's not up against a wall. What else? I'm starting to get hoarse, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just from talking. I've been kind of getting onto them today, here and there. My son Joshua did watch them for a little bit while I could go out to Walmart real quick. And I got one of those big tins of cookies. They had those 50% off. And then I've got one of the popcorn tins. And what else did I get? I got some candy. I'm just going to make some little goodie bags for them. For the kids for Christmas tomorrow. I got some little itty bitty stockings for that. So they'll get, I think I got some Reese's and some of the miniature candy bars. And unfortunately, I didn't watch very well. And Remy is very good at sneaking candy and food as she sees it. I'd taken one out of the package and I went back in there, and 2 more of the Santa Clauses were gone. And she had taken those 2 and ate them. But I asked her about it, and she actually told me the truth. So I harmed her a little bit, but not that bad, because she did tell me that she got into them. I basically told her, you can't just get the candy like that. You've had enough candy today, because I did give them some cookies and I gave them some popcorn, but I have a feeling that she's going to be extra hyper on a sugar high because she ate those 2 chocolate Santa Clauses. And they were about the size of a regular size candy bar. So, I tried to get my grandson's Minecraft books, but I could not find anywhere that sold them this year. Last year I got them at Walmart. So I don't know if they're just selling them for the different consoles and stuff. So basically, I'm just going to purchase them on there, and then they can, I'm just going to give them the $10 to add to a card or something so that they can purchase them on there. What else is going on? I really don't have much to talk about. I did release a video today that had 3 paintings that I got from Amazon. And they were actually really cute paintings. I actually really liked them. I was trying to see who texted me. I don't have much on here, but that's okay. Where are we at? Right here. I don't know how many of y'all listen to, have read the books by J.D. Robb, which is actually Nora Roberts. The Eve Dallas series, I've been re-listening to those books. I'm already at book 5 is the one that I'm fixing to start listening to. I've pretty much listened or read that whole series. So that's what I'm working on now. They're like a futuristic detective series. And they're really good books. Now, they do have some scenes in them that some people might not care for. But I really, really like those books. So that's what I'm going back through and listening to right now. I really don't watch hardly any TV. I watch YouTube and listen to books. And that, there's just no shows on TV that really interest me anymore. I do not know what that cat is doing over there, but she's leaving me alone for the moment, so we're going to let her stay. Like I used to love Charmed. I like the sci-fi movies and stuff. I used to watch Charmed all the time. And Angel. And I watched Buffy up until like right at the last couple of seasons. It was getting to where I really didn't care for it that much. I used to watch Medium. I just like the futuristic ones, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. That one that's something I'm not real interested in. So I may start, after I finish these books, I may go through and see what I can find with some of the series that I used to watch. See, maybe rewatch them. Hopefully they'll have some new books come out, because I have the Audible subscription service and you get one book a month on it, but they have the Audible Plus. They have the Audible Plus catalog with a bunch of different books that you can listen to. But my problem is I go through those books so quickly, and I've listened to most of them on there that I want to, that I have found anyway. And if I'm going to re-listen to a series or a book, it has to have been a while since I last watched it or last read it or listened to it. Like some of my favorite authors are like Christine Finn, J.D. Robb, Nora Roberts, Yasmin Galnorm. It's just all kinds of authors. But I've read or listened to most of their books. And I know there's new books that come out all the time, but I only get one book a month to spend my credit on. So I try to listen to the Audible Plus catalog as much as I can. So I'll go through there every 3 or 4 days and add stuff to my library if it seems to be one that I think I'll like. Sometimes I'll start listening to them and no, they're not what I want to listen to, so I'll remove them and find something else. It is getting cold in here, which makes sense because I don't have the heater on. I'll turn it on real quick. And I had the back door open for a while the kids were playing outside. Okay, so anyway, I might update y'all maybe on Thursday or so after our Christmas, tell you how everything went. Maybe show you a few pictures. It all depends. I really don't record a lot or take a lot of pictures at these things, because if I post anybody on here, they do have a say in whether I post it or not. Because I'm not going to post stuff that people don't want to be seen on YouTube. So let's see. That is about it. Anyway, if you like this video, be sure to give me a like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Everyone, take care. Bye.